Hello and welcome to this match with singletee. It is possibly my final match. If I lose, it will likely be my final match in the Renaissance tournament. But if I win, I will continue. It is the second match in the second group round with, uh, in the tournament. So I did win my first two matches, and I won the first one in this group match. So I am currently in a pretty good position, but just need to advance. If I win this, I advance, and then I will be in the top four, and there will be some kind of bracket for that. So it looks like singletee will be going first here, so the header is correct. I get the even games, he gets the odd games. We play until one of us wins 3 times. Ties get replayed. Let's see what do we have here. We have barracks, which is nice action at the start of the turn. It seems very clear to me we're going to want a minion deck here, and so that probably does involve the sacrifice. I can also see yeah, so I can see the messenger being pretty good. Our plus action besides the barracks is Hamlet, which is also quite good in a minion deck. So messenger is one of those cards that actually is decent in minion decks, that I might consider messengering him a sacrifice, but it's a question of, do I also want a messenger in my deck? And given I'm probably going to open experiment, I'm not sure. I think we want to just go sacrifice experiment, but I'm still debating a little bit. Like his sacrifices could collide as well. Yeah, I could also open Hamlet. I don't really like opening Hamlet. That doesn't really help us hit 5. So let's actually messenger him the sacrifice and grab, because I'm kind of just waiting for getting experiments. Okay, he still gets experiments. And I will as well. And we would like to hit minion. So if he gets 2 sacrifices in and hits 5, okay, he doesn't hit. That suggests that he has another sacrifice in there. Okay, I hit 6, which means my sack and my messenger are both in the next hand. So actually, I could just get the barracks now. That's not crazy, right? Let's do that. And I can play both of these. It's very interesting. So I think I will just pick up more experiments. He gets his first minion. So the sacrifices did collide for him, it seems. Yeah, getting to 4 is not like that amazing. He gets another Hamlet. I really want to hit 5. And I get 2 with an estate trash. That's very nice. If I don't get discarded here, I will have 5 again. So yeah, bunch of minions. I'm liking this messenger, especially once I have the barracks. Okay, takes Conspirator. Yeah, Conspirator feels like a weaker minion. I mean, there's a minion in there. Let's just throw more stuff in. I'm gonna get another minion, and then I maybe want some Bands of Misfits. All right. Okay, he's gonna discard me. That's too bad. All right. So for 4, I think I want another Conspirator. Yeah, messengering him a conspirator is not the smartest thing right now. Just because he does have the hamlets. He gets his barracks. Okay. I could also take my... Oh, I have the messenger that is plus by already. So yeah, conspirator's probably okay. I'm kind of hoping I'll get discarded here. Okay, so I do. So I can get the conspirator played. Then I can only play either. What did I discard? I had a messenger. So there's a minion down there. There's also the sacrifice. I think I want to discard. I want to sacrifice. Do I want to sacrifice copper or estate? Let's sacrifice copper. Sorry, estate. Just because I can. And then this conspirator can draw messenger. Sweet. Yeah, there's no minions in there, so I will discard. So 7 does not let me hit. Well, it does let me do minion hamlet. That sounds totally fine. Okay, he has to take experiments. Definitely feel ahead here. Do I need an action? I don't think I need an action. So I will discard for buy, because why not? Minion for coins, conspirator. I can even play the messenger. No reason to discard. Minion for coins. Sacrifice. This could be just double minion. That's pretty attractive. A Band of Misfits is also not so bad. Let's just at least go 1 minion. I think just having minion in hand is pretty important, so I think just double minion is best. He experiments to get back up to 6 card hand. I'm expecting it to be discarded, but yeah, these decks, they really need minion in hand. Okay. I can only sacrifice the copper. Barracks is a really nice minion boost. Okay, so where are we at? I think the minions are 5-2, or we'll see if he plays another minion. Yeah, it's 5-2. 5-2? Wow. Okay, so I expect I'll be able to get 2 more minions. So I can win that split 7-3. And that's going to be pretty key. Okay, yeah, only coppers to sacrifice anyway, so I do that. Conspirator is non-terminal. What else is down there? I got discarded before. Discard 2 minions. Okay, so I think this is pretty clear. I want to discard. And the Hamlet can discard for action. There's still another minion down there, I think. Then I might as well just do discard for both. Well, yeah. I'm going to discard it anyway. Keep it. Discard. Minion for coins. Well, what's that last card? Is it another copper? Wait. No, we've both been trashing. And we're both S. That's annoying. Okay, well, that's not going to work very easily. Yeah. Anyway, there's 7 coppers between our decks. It's likely that he's trashed more than me. The question is, do I want that one, or... Yeah, no, I think I'm fine top decking. So this is 13, which can be minion, could just be like minion double conspirator. Do I need 7? I think I don't want grand markets enough to do that. Yeah, the minion split seems pretty important, and I guess a Hamlet doesn't hurt as well. And then we can move into other more interesting things, like Hands of Misfits. At least 1 minion. The question is another minion, or like 2 conspirators, or yeah, let's just take 2 minions in Hamlet. Minion is just too important. You have to have it in hand. So almost all my copper's top deck. That's pretty good. Yeah, assuming I get discarded here. Which I guess he only has 3 minions, so it's not that guaranteed. But he probably has one now. You would only do that if you're actually going to be able to do that. Alright, so there's the last copper. Yeah, sure. It's just a sacrifice trash. He doesn't want to play sacrifice. Okay. Right, because he has maybe a minion in hand or something. Yeah, he does. So. Okay, so it looks like he's down to 2 coppers or something. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that messenger worked out. It collided his sacrifices, which was good. Treasure also seems worthwhile. Oh, great. Do I want buy? I think I want buy. This is the classic. Yeah, I'm going to discard the sacrifice. And I think do I need action actually? Because that's my only other terminal. There's a conspirator, which is on top of my deck, so I will keep it. Conspirator. Yeah, so there's a minion there. So, did I take 7? I took 7. So there's 1 more minion down there. Also coppers, and I'm fine with missing those. Yeah, if I discarded here, I would draw. No, I will just take coins. Sacrifice, and then there's 14. I mean, I don't think we need to do the treasure. It is a nice payload in the end. But we could do something like Grand Market Double Conspirator. And we're building more payload. And the minions are pretty good consistency. If you have to discard conspirators, you get them back. So that just had 6 payload. I had 14. I didn't draw everything, but I'm a little bit more likely to now with 1 fewer copper. The treasure gives him the key. That's fair. Okay, so if he grabs the Grand Market and possibly a second, he gets a 13. That's pretty good. Unless I'm... Yeah, I mean, treasure is decent. It's just a little bit easier not to have those extra actions. So he grabs 2 Grand Markets. Okay, so my decision here is tricky. I think I will play the Hamlet. Okay, I drew a minion. And I will discard, do I need buy? I think I don't need buy. I have another Hamlet I can. But I'm not going to play the sacrifice, so. And then Messenger, keep it. Conspirator, minion for coins, discard. Conspirator, Grand Market, minion for coins, discard. Conspirator. What is down there? I keep getting in situations. Okay, there's like what I discarded earlier. So I discarded a copper. Two minions and a Hamlet. Two coppers, two minions, a Hamlet. And the sacrifice. So I had two coppers, two minions, a Hamlet, a sacrifice. That's 6 cards. I shuffled here. Drew Conspirator, which I think was the top copper minion sacrifice. Yeah, there's like another minion down there. But I think I'm pretty satisfied with this. Let's just say I am. Okay, so 20 and 4 buys. I don't really see a pile out coming soon. So I'd like to, Messenger can help with pile, so I have to remember that. I think just like 2 more Grand Markets, 2 more Conspirators. Okay, yeah, there's the Hamlet and the other copper, so yeah. I'm letting him have the key. That's maybe not perfect play, but I think it's fine. So if I get all that extra 8 payload, I'd be at 28. I think if I can triple province, I will. Okay, he's gaining a copper back to sacrifice it. Okay, that's creative at least. What did he sacrifice? Oh, okay, so he's out of coppers to sacrifice. So he's at 18. If I was in his position, I would definitely consider double province. But that doesn't really increase his payload at all. So then if I just triple, then he can only still just double. So tough spot. So I think he has to hope for some kind of sneaky pile out somewhere. Unfortunately, okay, he goes Province Conspirator, Grand Market. Yeah, so I think if I triple Province, I'm pretty set here. Obviously, I won't be able to triple Province twice, but triple double is enough. Okay, Grand Market, Grand Market. Conspirator, 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 Conspirator. Hamlet. I'm probably fine on buys, right? Well, okay, if I can get to 7 buys. I had 3 Grand Markets, I played them all. Got the Messenger. That's 5. No, I can't win. So, okay, so, I might as well discard one action, then I can do the sacrifice thing. Conspirator. Messenger. Yeah, no point. Discard. Hamlet. kings, coins, discard, sacrifice. So that's 28. I can play the copper and then triple province Band of Misfits, maybe? That seems pretty safe. I could also take the treasure. Or Hamlet Experiment. That's probably fine. So I see my copper, my single copper, and one of my 3 provinces in this hand. That's good. Obviously, Minion Grand Market Hamlet are not as good, but you know, when I have 4 cards I don't want to see and I see 2 of them, and that means if he plays the minion deck, he will discard me. So, yes, the discard from the beginning. Interesting. Alright, this is interesting. I will sacrifice the Hamlet if necessary. I'll play the experiment first, of course. There's just 1 more province in the rest of the deck. I can even consider sacrificing a province, but yeah, so he has to sack a Hamlet to go on, which, yeah. He does the treasure sacrifice thing. He's got another minion there, yep. Okay, he draws the rest. And he has 20. I mean, I'm definitely ahead, probably off of the initial, like, turn 3 to 6 or so. When I started getting the minions. Okay, so he's double provincing, which means this is an easy double province victory if I draw. Alright, first the experiment, then the experiment, Grand Market. It's weird you've played, right? I have played those. Yes, I draw a minion. Discard for action, sure. Conspirator, Hamlet, discard for action. Conspirator, minion. Oh, this is our get, right? 16, yep. Alright, so I win the first one despite being second player. That's great. So I need to switch up the player order. I'll also add 2 more Renaissance cards. And I go first for game 2. Weird. Oh. Yeah, sure. Okay. I think this is all steam activity, yeah. Oh, is this some option? Specters, yes. We can wait for them. See if they can find it. Okay, there's... Okay. Okay, yeah, it would be if allow spectators was no. But, anyway, so... anyway, this Skizello seems to have found us, so that's good. And hopefully anyone else who wants to can do as well. So, okay, got to add those Renaissance cards in. We're at 4 now. And change the player order to me first. Oops, I don't want to allow spectator chat. Everything looks good now. And here we are with game 2. So game 2, as is typical with these things, has 2 projects now. And let's see, we've got Conspirator again. Ooh, King's Court. Oh, man. It wasn't, yeah. Yeah, the Barracks was... I particularly liked it in that I could play a terminal before doing the whole minion discarding thing. I didn't have to find a Hamlet. So that was something new there. This one, okay, so we also have Inventor, which gets absolutely nuts once you have King's Court. Ooh. And it's colony game with fleet. So innovation also, ooh. Inventor innovation, I've seen that before. Alright, so this game looks nuts. Hideout is the copper trashing. Replaces the estate trashing. Remodel could be as well. But we will thin quickly, and King's Court some inventors like no one's business. Also, when you King's Court an inventor, you can first, gain like Hideout or something. Maybe not, but you can first gain something with innovation, and then play it with innovation. Oh, that would actually be King's Court Inventor. You first play King's Conspirator, and just completely take off because that is the 3rd action you've played, and you get the plus card plus action, and then you can start getting Seers, and then later on you get King's Court. So King's Court Inventor is sufficient to start. That is good to know. So do I open Inventor, or do I open Remodel, Experiment, or do I open Hideout just to start on the trashing right away? Maybe Remodel Experiment, because Experiment will help us get more of those 4s, and I really don't want to pick up silvers. Yeah, it's not replaced, but it's fine. We can open it and trash estates to either inventors or hideouts, depending on where things are at. Oh, well, he gets a replace. He doesn't get experiments, so that's the trade-off there. Oh, and now I get 5, which I'm thinking will be a seer. Then I can remodel into a hideout. That's probably okay. Let's do it. Let's get fleet now. Okay, so I'm gonna play this because the seer's in there. Okay, I'm gonna remodel this guy into either a hideout or an inventor. Let's see, it's possibly going to be picked up by the seer. Let's get a hideout, and let's get more experiments. That's more seer targets. So my goal is to trash down ASAP and get to King's Court. So we also should think about how exactly we get to King's Court. Ooh, his replaces it misses a state. That is brutal. Oh, and I draw all of those cards. Which? Okay, I'm gonna play these experiments. Hideout trash. Oh, I could trash estate, get King's Court, remodel estate to inventor. It's tempting. It's definitely tempting to get the King's Court now. All those curses are rough, but I will definitely be. Well, okay. Do I want to have a copper and a curse and a King's Court in my deck, or like another This is probably greedy. But I'm going to go for it. Oh, yeah, I can do innovation too. Yeah. Definitely greedy. Definitely greedy. Oh, I may discard an inventor. Well, that means I would just like... We'll see, we'll see. I'll keep it. Okay, that was probably a mistake. I probably should have just gotten an innovation before spiking for King's Court. It was just tempting. Oh, hey, I can do the King's Hideout. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, this is nuts. I think I win now. Hideout, Trash Curse, King's Court, Inventor. Yeah, that's like resignable. Yeah, that was nuts. Yeah. That was... King's Court Adventure was about to be completely insane, and then I can remodel my coppers into like Sears. That's okay. That's just crazy. Yeah. I mean, I played for it, but it was also nuts. Nuts that I could do it. Okay, so where are we at? We have won the first 2 games, and now he gets to start this next one. And we also add 2 Renaissance cards. And here we go. Okay, so this is feeling more like those typical Renaissance games. Oh, you can print an inventor. That's fun. Okay, there's no innovation. All right, what do we have here? We have a minion deck again. That would also be not too crazy, especially because you can start to invent minions later. Villain won't apply once you've minion discarded them. You can also print a Silk Merchant or something. That could be good. Okay, so, well, Mountain Village is rough in a minion deck. And wait, we don't have trashing. Never mind. Mountain Village is your village in a minion deck? That sounds super painful. Super painful. What could possibly reveal Patron? We can think about that. So Jester does not reveal. So that's not a thing. I have 4/3. Okay, so if we're doing an engine, it's like a Mountain Village Silk Merchant engine. And I don't want it in the minion engine, I don't think, without trashing. Except for trashing with improve. So that's a typical, yeah, Mountain Village Silk Merchant kind of thing. The Prince can be useful. Inventor, I mean, just straight up is useful by itself to gain a lot of those 4s and like give you essentially a coin for your buy. Now let's think about Exploration and Sinister Plot. Both of them, it's nice to open with Sinister Plot just to get it going. I think I agree on the improve because I would like to get 4s and it'll just turn into a 4. The question is, do we open Exploration for a token? I can also open like Silk Merchant Inventor. Ooh, it's tough. There's a lot of competing things. Well, how should I think about Sinister Plot versus Silk Merchant? Okay, so Jester's going to be important because we can get more parts or we can junk. A lot of similar things to do here. I think I'm going to go Silk Merchant Inventor, actually. I think the exploration and sinister plot did not strike me as particularly important. So this is a nice inventor. So the question is, do we just get more like silk merchants, or do we start to get the mountain villages too? I think we get just one of each. Okay, that's nice. I'll draw the 4 again. So yeah, I'm hitting 4 very consistently, which is perfect, exactly what I wanted to do. Both exploration and sinister plot you want to kind of do when you're not going to get a payoff immediately. Okay, so he is going minion. It's very interesting. I think I want to go jester. And I think I will spend the coffers here to get a jester. You can also save up coffers for... So he takes another inventor. You can also save up the coffers for prince. Like for instance, I could get exploration here. Like nothing's explosive. That's the problem. I mean, I feel like I don't have a good enough chance of colliding prince yet. Oh, also you can prince a minion if you play an inventor before that. Tricky. Yeah, I feel like the jester's going to do more damage here. I have 2 villagers, and I'm happy with the kind of terminal collision I could get. Well, I draw my mountain village in a way that's not going to... Yep, never mind. He takes more silk merchants. Oh, he actually collided inventors? Using all his villagers, of course. Including he had to invent a silk merchant there to survive. Yeah, I'm really not sold. With your mountain village as your only village, it's a pretty weak village in a minion deck. I'm going to use the coffers here. I'm pretty sure. We'll see what I jester of him. I mean, I'm going to use a villager. So, yeah, let's jester him first. I will gain it. And invent a silk merchant and grab let's grab another mountain village. Sad turn here. But so many things we want for 4. I'm definitely inclined to right, Sinister Plot can help you prepare a prince. I want to do exploration before I do Sinister Plot. And I think that time is now. Oof. Well, hopefully I get discarded. And then the mountain village can pick these things up. Or just I can pick them up next turn. He's doing the grab all the mountain villages thing. But then what are you going to do? I guess that's how you get the minion deck off. But from a fresh shuffle, it doesn't seem like it's going to pay off. I feel like, I mean, he only has one minion, so it's not really committing to the minion deck. Okay, sweet. I can pick up those silk merchants. Well, at least one of them, but like, okay, that's like not that amazing a turn. Two improves, really. So he's gonna go hard for the silk, like silk merchants when you trash this also. That part is nice. All right. I'll play the Jester first. And then, sure, I'll gain Silk Merchant. And then, let's take the Prince now. Yeah, I didn't really get the Sinister Plot working in the way that I wanted. Okay, that's good discard. I mean, I can also Prince the Inventor, or if I play an Inventor, Prince the Jester. So he's hoping to improve the Silk Merchants and the minions. I get that. That's more of the Renaissance-y way to play this board. I'm doing more of a traditional draw deck, and maybe I just need to get more Jesters. That's probably the thing. I should have a Mountain Village in here. What's the Mountain Village going to pick up? Silk Merchant, I guess. Yeah, it'll be interesting what he does here. I expect like 2 minions and then improve 2 Silk Merchants to minions. Which I guess the villager thing is actually a thing to do here. So second inventor, he also got yeah, I feel like my deck is okay. It's just it needs to actually do things more than just draw cards. Like this last turn, Mountain Village Silk Merchant, Mountain Village Silk Merchant. In the end, I like drew 3 coppers and a Jester, and had to use a villager to inventor a signal function. I got a prince. I guess that's more than nothing, but yeah, especially starting with 4-card hands, like the minions tend to do. Okay, he's going hard on inventors. Interesting. So he thinks he can actually pull some shenanigans off. Multi-inventor business. I assume he's trashing silk merchants here. Dominions. I mean, he's playing the fun deck. I'm just, yeah, that is what he was doing. I'm just a little bit skeptical that it can actually draw. So I can't even, man, coppers in the States. Well, I'm going to invent the Mountain Village. I'm going to gesture him. I hit Silk Merchant. Well, that's great. I will do Sinister Plot. And I think I can get my prince set up this turn. So it's bottom decked, but I can get it. Yeah, Sinister Plot was mainly just because it's, oh, but he's going to discard me, isn't he? Yeah, he just put Mountain Villages. How does he manage to have a full discard pile? That's like, seems like mostly luck to line up. And have Mountain Villages on the bottom of his deck when that happens. So he's going to discard me and I'm going to have a sad prince. That's my guess about what's going to happen. Just pessimistically speaking. Or he's going to, like, pile. That's the other. I mean, that is a sad prince. He's like 1 villager left. And you've already played 4 mountain villages. I will still play this prince. It is still worthwhile. Definitely not worth taking a random card off the top of my deck for. I'll take my villager and coffers. But yeah. Prince bottom decked. Yeah, right. I guess the mountain village was with it all the time. So there was no way it could have been sad. But then, of course, the top 2 cards on my deck are Copper and Estate. It's just lovely. Still, I don't super mind the Prince Mountain Village. Okay. So he's going to try to pile. And grab a state. And then improve, yeah. He piles. So I never even got the Prince played. Okay, so he was just thinking through that. Yeah, 9 inventors. Yeah, I mean, I think I expected Jester to hurt that more, and I played the Jester all twice. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't really even a minion engine. It was just a rush, and that's because mainly we were going for the same piles. we still won with the Silk Merchants and Mountain Villages. So that feels like maybe he played that in the more Renaissance-y way. And so it deserved to win. So we will have a game 4, which I will start. Renaissance-y play. I feel like, yeah, the what I'm talking about there is that Renaissance is encourages you to just go for sprints, because there's all these on-gain, on-trash type things. And Improve also does this. Where you just like go all out. Yeah, invent. Use up your villagers. Use up your coin tokens. They're called coffers now, I guess. But, okay, so it's 2-1, and this is really my best chance to win this one because I'm first player when I won't be first player in the future. And so we have exploration. Okay, what do we have here? There's no attacks, so the guardian does not matter. There's flag bearing. That bears an effect. Okay, so we've got hideout for copper trashing, research for estate trashing. Our draw is experiment, so we might have some interesting shenanigans around that. We can also use hideout to trash flag bear. Treasure is also copper trashing. And we can also go big bishop. So bishop a gold, treasure it back. So what does an engine like that look like? Okay, but every time you gain a card, this is tricky. Oh, okay, so we have Citadel. Citadel can give us a village as well. So we can Citadel, say, Border Guard. Oh, we get Citadel an acting troop one time. That's interesting. Okay, so if we Citadel a Border Guard. Okay, I want to think about the golden deck here, where you get golds, treasure them back, and bishop them, and then treasure them back. And so okay, if the deck is a Border Guard, you play twice. Bishop, trash gold, treasure it back. Like, you have all this money. What are you even going to be spending it on? So we can try to add in hideouts with plus buy from spices, and then try to get double of that going. It's intriguing, at least. I am intrigued, to say the least. Okay. Meanwhile, there's also the flag to fight over. So how do we get to Citadel? Probably through spices and or treasure. So we want to get to 5. So if we want research, yeah. So do we want exploration in the shuffle, just to get a villager? I guess. Oh wait, we get it if we do the that thing. We don't need the. Well, we can get Citadel, but we also don't need a buy, so we get an exploration token, villager token every time. So, since we get a villager token every time, we could play the bishop twice. Treasure to get the gold back. And buy the gold each time. Huh. Okay, so if that's our eventual goal, how do we get there? I'm feeling I want to go exploration research. Yeah, let's try it. I mean, that's kind of leaving the flag to him. But I mean, flag bear fits well into that deck. So yeah, bishop, we trash 2 golds. Treasure, gain back a gold. Buy gold. That's the engine. So it drains the gold pile slowly. We get the bishop 2 golds a turn, which is the craziness. Okay, so he takes research. I'm going to take research as well. Okay, sweet. I get the treasurer here. And research is probably down there within the state. Okay, sweet. Unfortunately, it wasn't turn 3, but that's okay. I will get a border guard here. He takes experiments. Is there a copper in the trash yet? There is. I could just spike this for Citadel. Is that crazy? Oh no, I'm getting a copper this turn anyway. So I could take the key and get Citadel. Let's get Citadel. He takes the hideout. Okay. I want the treasure and discards copper. Okay. Research, copper, treasure, trash copper. Do I want spices for plus buy? I definitely want a gold, and I want to get to the bishop. Question is what first? The gold. I mean, the gold doesn't really help us getting the bishop. We can already get to the gold with treasure. So, do I give things away with the bishop now? I think I do. Okay, this is pretty sweet. I will trash twice. And buy the gold. Okay, he uses up all his experiments. Researches an estate. Yeah, I guess I wanted 2 golds. That's what we were going for, right? I also have a key. Okay, so that's bishop. I will play the border guard here. Take spices. Take the bishop and the treasure. Research copper. Bishop a copper. Treasure trash. I'm tempted just to take the flag bearer. Let's do it. Okay, so he gets the citadel. Okay, so I have 2 actions. I also have villagers. Like, I want to clear this other stuff out quickly. So I think, yeah, I just researched the estate for nothing. Bishop, estate, treasurer, take the key back, and buy another gold. Okay, so I'm going to start by bishoping the gold and the research, and then treasure, regaining gold, and then end actions because I get the and not buy anything, right? Yeah. All right, golden deck, here we come. I guess, do I want a spices? That's the question. I could pick up a spices rather than bearing a flag. Well, let's see. Okay. Yeah, so if I need to buy a gold each turn. Okay, so I'm bishoping the flag there now. Yeah, that makes that easy. Okay, so now I have the so now I could just take like spices or acting troop. Yeah, it's tough. This treasure thing gives you the money back, and you're like, oh, I don't want to just waste 11. I'm really not pushing the game to an end at all. So, like, literally just this flip. Yeah, I don't want to be handing him golds. But let's see. So if I take the spices, what does this deck become? I think the only interesting thing here to do is to take the spices. Okay, it takes whatever that thing is, horn or whatever. Okay, so he takes the flag. So I think I will buy Flag Bearer Acting Troop. It officially says if both were actions, so they have to actually be 2 cards. It's not all were actions. So if I play the border guard here first, that's just as a necropolis, essentially, given that it's citadeled. And then I bishop the gold and treasure the gold back, and I have how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a lot. If I just bishop the gold and then treasure a 1 back. He goes gold acting troop, yeah. I mean, I think I don't need that much, but whatever. Bishop the gold. Treasure, take it back. Ridiculous amounts of money. And I take Flag Bearer Acting Troop. And I top deck Border Guard, which means... And I think I actually top deck exactly my hand from last time, so... Which means I get to steal Horn or Lantern. Whatever that means. Unfortunately, that, like, one-time Acting Troop can last a while, but I'm going for the long term, I think. Is the Horn the top deck one? Yeah. So he's building something similar here. He's trying to make use of the hideout, but like your draw is experiment here. So I'm a little bit okay. So how do we possibly get enough spices to be able to buy experiments every turn? I mean, each spices gives you 1 more buy. Each experiment gives you 2 more cards. So, Horn is what I want. He has it also, so I want it. Yeah, can you build up to a multi-bishop, multi-treasure thing? Let me think about this. Okay, so you need spices for plus buy. Your village is hideout, but you're having to buy coppers then. For each village, you also have to buy a copper to trash the hideout. And so hideout is basically a non-drawing village. And so for each hideout, you also need more draw. And you need more draw to be able to bishop. Well, okay, technically you only need like 1 gold. I could also get the Teeb if I want to spend money. Do I want to spend any money? I mean, the exploration tokens. Okay, so my acting troop will last me a little while. So let's get a spices and an experiment. Let's just travel down that road a little bit. Alright, he gets to steal it. So if we want to go down that road, spice is an experiment. We'll just build up our draw. More experiments. Are all those actions? There's a flag bearer, there's a bishop, there's a treasure, and there's another experiment. Actually, my border guard gets to steal both things this turn. That's pretty nice. And then I only need to play one of my experiments, which is also good. So I'd like to be able to stockpile experiments, essentially. And do you go through the acting troops? Because those will run out. But I mean, I have the lead. Maybe I want them to run out. You take the flag bearer, so that can be what I trash with bishop. Yes. Okay, I have the horn and the lantern. I mean, I could just trash with. I could trash the flag bearer because that's the thing to do, and then take their key. And now I have oodles of money. And I want to obviously buy experiment. Like, I'd like to build the 2 bishops, 2 treasures. Obviously don't need to buy the flag bearer now. So is that 2 spices experiment? I could see it being 2 spices experiment. While I build up. Top deck border guard. Alright. His border guard does not steal either thing. Either time. Look up, this is pretty epic. I have 4. Oh no! Oh no, he steals it. Yeah, okay, so I'll have to pre-buy one of those. Oh no, he takes the key. I had 4 artifacts at the same time. I'm just missing the. What's the other artifact? What is the other artifact? I'm totally blanking. The treasure chest from Swashbuckler. Yeah, that actually would be pretty interesting. He takes a second bishop. All right, I get one of those. Well, I don't get any of them actually. It doesn't matter. And I'll take spices. Okay, so again, save an experiment. I'm just gonna bishop a gold, treasure it back. I don't need the key. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So now if I want to add, say, a hideout, a treasure, a bishop, and a copper, and an experiment. He's already doing it. So how much would that cost? So treasure, bishop is 9, hideout is 13, 16, and Yeah, that's looking pretty good. But I think do I have enough draw for it? That's the question. So actually, I overdrew by 2 this turn. So drawing an extra bishop and an extra treasure, an extra hideout, or extra copper, I guess that's 3. And then I add, well, yeah, I get the same experiments I had last turn. So it's not quite enough. So maybe I skip out on the hideout and the copper. I just take, I mean, I can also just take the last 2 spices, which gives me the buys lead, treasure, bishop, experiment. That's adding 4 more stop cards. I think I'll take 1 more spices, treasure, bishop, double experiment. No, I wanted to take a flag bearer too. Okay, so flag bearer for sure. Treasure, bishop, that's so far 13. And double experiment, maybe. I'm just relying on. Well, that's a lot. I need actually a lot of villages to make that happen. So maybe I take my acting troop now too. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those cost 10, 19. Yeah. Okay. Flag bearer for sure. Treasure, bishop, experiment, acting troop, top deck border guard. Well, that's rough. Yeah, this border guard is doing excellent work for me. Oh, he just like researches spices for fun. That's interesting. He can get them back with treasures. Oh, so he's gonna try to make research his draw. Huh. But that sets like all your cards aside. I don't know if I want to do that. I guess he had research spices. Or what is he? He had, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so my border guard. We'll see. Okay, he's not taking the spices. My border guard finds. Yeah, I prefer the treasure. I definitely prefer the experiment. And it's there's a bunch of spices. Okay. I think I'm okay top decking those. So I'll take some. Okay. Now, acting troop, bishop, flag bearer, bishop, gold, treasure, take the gold, treasure, take the key. Okay, only 3 buys this time. And I need to spend like 2 of them on experiment, I think. And then probably 1 on acting troop. So I had 3 experiments last time and I didn't draw all my spices. Technically I needed I needed 2 extra actions, and the acting troop gives 3. So I don't really need it this turn. But and not having to get the flag was nice. Let's get double experiment for sure, and maybe spices actually. I mean, I would like that plus buy. I need to be able to draw consistently. 1 experiment in here. So border guard grabs me 2 cards, the experiment's grabbing the rest. I think that does it then. Unless I get an experiment bottom deck. Steals the flag. So that means I'll have to buy flag back to keep that going. He's finally getting the points. Six buys. So like if you took 3 provinces, 18 would be winning. I'm up 15. He could even take 4 provinces. But I mean, he's not going to have another good turn like this because he used research to get there. So we're definitely getting to the point where, I mean, should I just use Citadel and Experiment? That's probably a better use than the Border Guard has been. But I mean, filtering is so nice, and it's a really good Border Guard. Let me think about this. Okay, so if I use 4 experiments, I draw 8 cards. The Border Guard draws 2 cards. I mean, that gets there. If I draw everything except an experiment, that's like ideal. So maybe that's the case for starting an experiment. Yeah, the amount of money we're generating with this golden deck is also a little bit prohibitive. I have 11 coffers and he has 10. And I only get coffers from spices, purchases, and exploration. So he's literally never used a coffers from his spices. I'm at 39 points, he's at 24. And he doesn't have... So he took the key back. His first bishop was on a flag bearer, that's right. $30, interesting. He's going to go in for provinces now. 1 experiment. So he's taking a lead because he's afraid of me piling or something. Yeah, I'm going to start with the experiment and play it twice. And then let's do a Border Guard. Take... I think, yeah, we're okay with bottom decking. We have 2 more experiments. 1 more experiment in there. I think I'm okay with bottom decking at gold. Okay, that's what it is. So... Actually, I have an experiment on top, experiment in gold in the discard. So anyway, we bishop, trash gold, treasure the gold back, bishop, trash gold, treasure the gold back. That gives us a 5-point lead. We have 32. Not quite enough to province out. Also, yeah, he's left all the piles in a precarious place. But he only has 2 experiments. So he can't really draw deck. He can research to draw deck next turn. But if I want to so I've saved some experiments, so I don't need to buy as many this turn. I would like to buy an acting troop. Okay, I gotta think. Definitely want like 2 more experiments, maybe 4 more. I think I'm not touching provinces. But what do I think he can do? That's the real question. Obviously, if he draws a lot, he does a lot. But that took 7 cards into his hand. He's going to get to draw, if he plays 2 experiments, he'll have an 8-card hand. With an 8-card hand, what could he have? He could have treasure, 2 treasures, that's 4 money. Oh, he only has 1. He's low on villagers too. But he has an acting troop, right? He bought an acting troop? Yeah. Okay, so he'd have to have an acting troop, treasure. Okay, what is the worst case? Treasure, gold, silver, 5 spices. That's 7. That's 7 cards. That's 9 cards. Okay, so maybe gold and 5 spices. So 4, 7, 17. Plus his coffer's 21. 21 is his best case. So I think if I just take like double province, double experiment, I think I'm pretty good on acting troop right now this turn. I mean, double province feels a little bit risky. Maybe single province. It feels risky, but I know it's not. Okay. All right, I wanted the flag bearer. Double province, flag bearer, double experiment. Acting troop. Okay, so province flag bearer is 12. Double experiment 18. Acting troop. Let's just do that. So province, flag bearer, double experiment, acting troop. Top deck border guard. Okay, so he's not getting one of those. So 2 of his most valuable cards. He's also playing the border guard twice, right? He could have played the experiment twice. So I didn't really think, maybe he could have gotten to 24. But he didn't, so he's also got key. Yeah, okay. It's probably safe to leave 4 provinces. It's kind of interesting, the dynamics of the artifacts now that we're waiting here. The artifact of the flag, it's kind of friendly in that if you keep stealing it each turn, you still get the benefit. Whereas the artifact of the key, if you keep stealing each turn, neither of you gets the benefit. It's also, yeah, one coin feels a lot less beneficial than one extra card. Okay, so he also misses the silver. We'll see what he can even do. He's got the acting troop. He's going to do a big research spices treasurer back. So he's setting up for a big turn next turn, but this turn is obviously not big. And so if I can, I'm not going to avoid playing experiments. Obviously, I think the main goal is to get a 32. He definitely can't touch provinces. Yeah, so if I were to play this game again from the beginning, I would probably start to aim for a multi-bishop, multi-treasurer thing. I think I was skeptical and I wanted to go with a simpler, just coin-based strategy, but since there is draw in the experiment and spices, you need that plus buy to get that extra draw, but it overcomes it. And since there is actions in the acting troop, I was like, it's not sustainable. I need to get hideout and keep buying coppers or something. But it's okay. Yeah, hideout is definitely more awkward. Acting troop is nice. But then, I mean, the fact that we're just getting a ton of spices makes it super tricky to actually have to actually build, something that you want to stop and be golden with. I was like, oh, I'll get exploration because I'll just be golden deck and just get that extra, coffer and villager. But who needs an extra villager, one extra villager each turn? It's just so much easier just to buy an acting troop. Oh, he buys a province. Oh, that's sort of counting on me dudding, which is pretty remarkable. I will play the experiment, and then I will border guard. So it's bishop, treasure, or experiment. I have 3 spices, so I have 4 buys. So if I take, let me just make sure. If I take treasure, do I win? So I need to get to 24, and I have 11. Yeah, that's an easy win. Acting troop, bishop, the gold, treasure the gold back, treasure the copper back, even play the flag bearer, because why not? And 1, 2. Oh, oops. Oh, oh, well. I need to actually play the coffers. I mean, it's just dumb. I had them included in my estimate. Whatever. Just play all the coffers. I'm being slow about this. He should resign just to punish me for not. All right. Interesting deck. Yeah, so I ended up with 51 VP tokens before we went off and decided to go off in other directions. And I think that was his initiative, and I would have been happy continuing with our golden decks, but I had a bit better of a. Yeah. Research is. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that you have to set aside so many cards that you only draw cards that you don't draw this turn, it just makes them it's very frustrating. I mean, yeah, trash your sea hag or whatever, but actually, I mean, you trash your curse probably, but yeah, after the curses are gone, trash your sea hag. That's like the kind of thing I could see research used for. Yeah, yeah, but it's eh, it's horrible, but yeah, that's I got the gold because it's extra point. Yeah, you can trash the coffers. Oh yeah, you can get the coffers back. And so, but then I went into the spices because I wanted to build up to a bigger deck, and then yeah, the bigger deck obviously involved needing to buy experiments. And then you also do need action troops. I mean, you can't really hideout doesn't treasuring a copper like a pure golden deck that never actually changes the game state except for the VP tokens. But nah, I think what we were doing was very reasonable. I I don't know how much that's because I got ahead, but like I was getting lots of points that he only like barely passed me or whatever, and then by the end of my turn I was always ahead. So yeah, I beat Alaclass 3-0. Yeah, so this means I do advance into the top 4 of the Renaissance tournament. So Singletee and Alaclass will play, sort of for fun, sort of for bragging rights. And yeah, so that will happen sometime. I'm like way ahead of the curve. The first round isn't even over. So until then, thanks for watching and see you all later. Bye.